Hey, I'm Mark Snedeker, a staff writer at Entertainment Weekly, and I wrote this week's cover story on Mary Poppins Returns.
Action! 5 on set.
So let's make one thing clear. Mary Poppins Returns is a sequel, not a remake, of the 1964 film that we all know and love. Number 17 Cherry Tree Lane is still the home of the Banks family, only it's Michael Banks, who lives there with his wife and his 3 children. But tragedy strikes, and Michael's wife dies, and the family loses some spark of joy and love and hope and wonder. And those are all reasons why Mary Poppins returns. The day I walked on set, Cherry Tree Lane was astounding. It was magical. It was honestly, my breath was taken away. At lunchtime, you would hear crew members singing Feed the Birds and like Spoonful of Sugar, and everyone is treating it with such love and such respect that I walked away thinking, I'm so excited. This is gonna be really special. Now, Mary Poppins this time around is played by Emily Blunt. The movie's director, Rob Marshall, said that Emily Blunt was the first and really only actress that popped into his head when Disney first approached him about doing a sequel to Mary Poppins. He says, nobody can play this role like Emily Blunt can. And when Rob Marshall told Julie Andrews, the original Mary Poppins, that Emily Blunt was going to be playing the character, Julie Andrews threw her hands up in the air and said yes. And she said, this is Emily's show, I want her to run with it because she will be brilliant. Now, Mary is great, but so are her magical friends. And this time around, she is escorted on her adventures by a lamplighter named Jack. Jack is played by Lin-Manuel Miranda, who we all know from Hamilton. Like Dick Van Dyke, Lin-Manuel Miranda came from Broadway, and so he brings a showman-like quality to the character, and you will see him singing, dancing, riding a bicycle, lighting some gas lamps, and Hamilton who? Meryl Streep plays a character who kind of lives her life upside down, I'll say. And so her whole house is totally upside down. It was wild. It was such a magical, beautiful, kind of whimsical, wonderful little world on that set. Again, you could really feel that Mary Poppins was there. And the day before, Dick Van Dyke was there. He was shooting a cameo. I missed Dick Van Dyke by one day. But Rob Marshall said that the thing Dick Van Dyke said he remembered most about the original film was the spirit. And he said Dick Van Dyke stood right here and he said, I feel like I'm home. So for more on Mary Poppins Returns, the most supercalifragilisticexpialidocious sequel ever, pick up this week's issue of Entertainment Weekly or stay here for more on EW.com.